We're out on the farm, and this is the official launch of the Motor Matters test facility sponsored by Gush Valley Water. You're going to see lots more of both coming up in the future, especially when we got an off-road 4x4 vehicle. And the first debutant on our test facility, the latest new version of the Toyota Fortuner. Yes, I know it's very familiar, but just check the bold new grille. They've really made it even more in your face, even stronger. You've got now the slimline headlights over here. LED headlights. Fog lights, a bit covered in mud at the moment, but there they are at the bottom. You come around, you'll see mud-covered 18-inch mag wheels over here. Again, this is very standard Fortuner. You've got the lacquer big substantial side step over here as well. All these features that you're very used to on Fortuners. And we may be carrying a lot of junk in the back. You can see we're on our way to do our drone footage right now as well. But look at the space in the back of the car. And note the leather trim, the full leather that you've got over here. All of this you can just see. It seems at home on the farm, yet this could be just at home, as at home in Santon, couldn't it? Especially when I tell you it's the VX trim. Means a lot. Of course it is the 2.8 GD6, and we'll talk more about that in a moment. You press the button to open the boot, which comes up rather slowly, but it does. And of course, good sized boot over here, nice space, but my biggest bugbear, they're still persisting with these extra fold down seats. If this was mine, these seats wouldn't be here anymore, they'd be lying in my garage, quite honestly. They wouldn't be in the vehicle. But that's how Toyota do it. And 1,000+ customers a month can't all be wrong, can they? 2.8 GD6 motor I mentioned. Of course they've upgraded it now to 150 kilowatts, 500 Newton meters of torque, and you really do feel that out on the road. Drone footage, on the road footage, we'll check it out a lot more now. Well, the feature of the Motor Matters test facility sponsored by Gush Valley Water is we've got so much different terrain out here. Now we're driving through, it looks like thick bush, doesn't it? Kind of waiting for a lion or a leopard to come leaping out at us in now, something like that. There is game here too, by the way. Not just the cattle and the zebras that you may see along the way, but there is some other game around. And, well, one day when you book to come to our facility, maybe you can come and do a bit of game driving as well as 4x4ing, off-roading, and a few other features that are going to be added to this facility as time goes by. But the privilege for me is getting out to the country, getting out here, being able to drive around on these roads, or call them roads, do I? I don't know, whatever they are, doesn't matter, because a vehicle like this Fortuner just eats it up for breakfast. And being able to test a Fortuner or a similar vehicle under these circumstances and conditions, not just driving it around the neighborhood and driving it to the shops. Nah, come, let's give the thing a proper test for a change. out on the farm now, and as you can see behind the wheel of the Fortuner. And the incredible thing I found with this vehicle right now is, no, I'm not 4x4ing, but look at the road. I mean, it's not exactly a road, is it? I'm just driving along on foam tracks, and we are certainly extremely, extremely comfortable inside the vehicle. And just, the seats are comfortable. It was pointed out to me by my cameraman on the way here, how comfortable he found the seats on the vehicle. And that's an interesting point, isn't it? Because obviously seat comfort adds up to driving comfort and passenger comfort. But what I'm showing you right now is how we're still in two-wheel hire. I haven't even engaged four-wheel drive, but it really just doesn't matter. You're not going to stop this vehicle, not with the power we've got, not with this engine. Nothing stops it, or you know that already about this Toyota GD6 engine. It certainly is an unbelievable diesel engine. And the point being, you can just drive it on roads like this or paths like this, day in, day out, won't make any difference, and it'll just keep on going. And I think that's really one of the most important factors of this vehicle, is you're really going to have a difficult time doing anything that'll stop it in any way whatsoever. And just what a way to cruise around the farm, the aircon on, in total comfort, and there we go. As always, let's start inside and check out. 9.5 liters per 100. I've done 500 plus kilometers, but believe me, I've driven in all conditions, as in city driving, open road, and all over the farm today, as you've seen. So it's really a good reflection of what I think anybody can achieve. Of course, VX Spec now brings you items like active cruise control. You can see there's the radar to set the distance from the car in front of you. You've got lane departure. You've got all these features that come with VX Spec. Auto on headlights. So all those features are very important. You of course come over to the center screen over here, and it's standard. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. It's got Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. All those features of course are very standard with it as well. So all there for you. A little picky point or two that I've got to bring out while I'm about it is there's only one USB in the whole car. There's a 12 volt here, and there is a 12 volt in the rear for rear passengers over there. But I think if you want to be a family vehicle, you need a lot more than that. But that's a little picky point. Something else you've got over here, of course, your control for 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low. Very standard. You know how they work. I don't have to explain. But interesting, your downhill ascent control is there, yet your diff lock is there. Don't know about you? I thought I would find them next to each other. Maybe not important, but just interesting. Your 6-speed automatic transmission, of course, the old-fashioned stepped gate, but it works very well. And you've got eco, normal, and sport modes for that. Again, I haven't even changed it out of normal mode. I've just left it in the standard mode for the whole test so far. That's just me, and that's the way I do it. VX trim as well, and the upgrades, of course, have brought you softer touch to the dash with a leather trim over here with the stitching and on the sides of the center console. So that looks very good. And for those who complained, and I don't blame you, on the previous version of the Fortuner, that brown interior with the wood trim, etc., that looked so incredibly outdated. Well, welcome to the new black interior. Certainly looks so much more modern, so much more with it, and so much more up to date. So well done on that, Toyota. Great stuff. Nice improvement, I have to say. Well, Gush Valley water. Let me tell you something. Driving around on the farm is thirsty work, and they do a great sparkling water. But certainly, it tastes superb. This is genuine spring water from the farm that we're driving around on right now. You want Gush Valley water? Toyota Fortuner VX in the new spec, you're looking at 895,000 Rand, which is very competitive and certainly matches all its competitors in the market as well. I've mentioned what I like, what I don't like. Let's not go there any further. One thing's for sure, it's a Toyota, and everybody knows that. And you go out into the country, you'll trip over a dealer around every turn. For Motor Matters, I'm Eleanor. See you next time.